is going on, guys? This is For Football's Sake. We've got Pat in the chair. I'm Heath Pierce, and we've got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about AC Milan's big spending. We're going to talk about Gold Cup, predicting our kind of the quarterfinal matchups, and then is Zlatan coming to MLS, as well as a few other topics. You ready for this?
All right, we're going to start with something a little bit wild, though. Manager of the Turkish national team, Fatih Terim, check me on that, with his son-in-law and his bodyguards, attacked, I don't know in what capacity, but attacked a restaurant that opened next to his son-in-law's restaurant. What is your word for that? And then we'll talk about it.
Okay. First of all, let me give it a little context. I would be mad too. This reminds me of when you moved next to me in the office and then started using all of my jokes. Like, that's my area. I was controlling that just fine. You came in, started stealing my jokes, started using them, making them louder. That's how I feel about that. I think it's messed up that you put a competing restaurant next door, but fortunately people got to eat.
More kebab is good for everybody.
All around. Kebab all around.
Let's move on though. Right. Let's move on to something a little more football tangible. The Gold Cup, entering the quarterfinals. Yeah. We've got big matchups. We got Costa Rica versus Panama. There's still a chance for United States, Mexico somewhere down the line, maybe in the final. The United States are actually playing basically the Cosmos in El Salvador, thanks to Andre Flores, which you mentioned before. No one cares. What's your word for that?
My word is just predict. Let's do some predictions on this.
Okay.
Do you think? I think Costa Rica gets through. Okay. I think the U.S. plays Costa Rica in the semifinals. Both of them win their quarterfinal matchups. I apologize to the El Salvador players.
Andres Flores and Richie Menjivar score against the United States. U.S. wins 3-2.
But those players get to go back to the Cosmos again, let that squad build up.
Need them
because
desperately.
Miami FC is
no one cares.
crushing there. But Mexico goes to the semifinals as well.
The only one that's more up in the air is Jamaica versus Canada.
I would love to see Canada get through, but I have a feeling it's going to be Jamaica. Canada seemed like they gave up 2 goals in their first game against, what was it?
French Guiana.
French Guiana? Yeah. Was it French Guiana?
Yeah. Dejan Jakovic, New York Cosmos.
An update. Florent Maluda was suspended for 3 games after stepping on the field, after being told specifically he cannot play in this tournament. He decided to line up, played the game, and then for French Guiana after playing 80 games for France. And they rolled the dice after knowing 100% he couldn't do it, and now he's suspended for 3 games. His tournament's over, but that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's punk as hell, though. Just to be contrarian, well, not really. I actually believe this. I'm going to pick Canada to beat Jamaica. I've always been a fan of the Jamaican national team, but Dejan Jakovic is my guy. And they called in Kyle Larin. Yeah. I always want to say Larine. Because I'm like very in touch with the world.
Yeah. French Canadian.
Yes. So I'm picking Canada. But let's move on to the big question, or the big topic.
The big game.
AC Milan.
Yeah.
Are they ready to be title contenders again, or at least back in the Champions League picture? They've signed Biglia, they've signed Bonucci. They're looking at Belotti and Morata now. What is your word for that?
My word is exactly as you question. Title, question mark. I mean, they're signing all these players, right? They have to finish in a Champions League position this year because there's just no way financially. I was reading about it this morning that they're like 250 million in the hole over the last few years. And with UEFA sanctions and like financial fair play stuff, they're pretty much putting all their eggs in one basket. But it is a very, very good basket. They've re-signed Donnarumma, and if they can get Belotti or even Morata, just one of the 2 of them, they're certainly, I would suggest, I would guess second best in the league right now behind Juventus. But I mean, look at Bonucci. Bonucci left. Why would you leave Juventus? I know Milan's a better city and all that jazz and whatnot, but like, he wouldn't leave to go to like another team just to do it. If you wanted wages, you can go to China. You can leave the country. You can go to the Premier League and make more wages. But he left to go to AC Milan because they're spending money. They're doing something there. So he must believe in something that, or enough to think that they have a chance to win a title, right?
Yeah. Totally. Okay, so for me, I could talk about this all day. I'm an expert on Italian football. You were reading well-known.
You were reading off of the.
I don't need this.
The iPad just to get the names of players.
Frank, the Milan Paisan, FIFA Frank, he is a noted AC Milan fan, and he's very passionate about this. So we're gonna go talk to him. Let's go check it out. Frank!
What? He's a Milan Paisan. What? You know what you're going for? No, not again. Nope. Okay, listen. Milan, making some great signings. You've been following, you're a huge Milan fan, everyone knows. Yeah. Talk to me. Who's your favorite signing so far?
Out of all of them, I would probably say Frank Kessie. He's like a sort of a tank kind of midfielder.
You say he's like an N'Golo Kante type?
I would say he's exactly like an N'Golo Kante type. Strong engine, super underrated for Atalanta this year. They're probably like the most fun, underrated team to watch. So Frank Kessie was like complete cog in that machine. So like super happy with him.
Okay, that's awesome. And talk to me about title chances, or at least where you think they're going to be.
No, I don't want to talk about actual title
but
chance.
just do it because I'm telling you.
I would say on paper they're probably a top 4, top 3 team. Definitely Champions League or bust for sure to qualify.
So,
as far as
like
winning, I don't want to say
they're going to
anything.
spend $200 million to move up like 2 spots in the table.
No, this is just to literally revamp the squad. It needed an overhaul. I'm not going to say they're going to win the league. I don't think they can yet. These are players that have to actually play together. So on paper, for sure, but I'm going to say top 3 need to. If not, I don't know. Okay, look, I'm doing one of these. Grazie. Ciao.
All right, so Frank knows all, but watch this space. If Milan doesn't live up to what they should be, we're really gonna harass him. He's a great guy, but he'll need to be
fragile.
Yeah, he's fragile. But let's move on now. Mario Götze re-debuted after being out with his metabolic disorder. What's your word for this?
My word is thankful, because I'm happy that he's back, right? He got a lot of slack. Like, people didn't understand why he just had this like giant crashing. Okay, he went to Bayern Munich, it didn't work out. Went back to Dortmund, people were really excited about it. But this guy won the World Cup for his country essentially, single-handedly. Yeah. It was actually a pretty incredible goal. But I'm happy that he's back, because again, we didn't know what was going on with him for a while. People just kind of on him for a long time, and then we found out that there was something wrong, and all these people felt really bad. And he was out for a while. So him being back is great. I think it's great for Dortmund. They have such a talented squad if they can get the most out of him. He's only 25 now, so he's got plenty of legs left in him. If he can get back to that top level, Dortmund have so much quality. But I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for it.
Totally.
Do you know who Mario Götze is?
I know who Mario Götze is.
Good.
I don't know. I'll admit it. I don't know what a metabolic disorder is. What is that? What was he suffering from?
I don't know.
I want to know. I'm talking
Metabolism?
low because I
think it's something to do with his metabolism, like he gained weight easily
Oh.
or something. Or didn't you go on his website and check it out?
Yeah, I went to his website and it just said soon and had him running. It's a really nice website. It has the potential to be a super nice website.
Maybe the potential is going to be reached soon on the website.
I believe so. He's running. He's got Nike gear on. I think that's it. It literally just says soon. Anyway, Zlatan, rumors to LA Galaxy, back heated up. Literally feel like it's the 3rd time. Would be huge for LA Galaxy. They're kind of struggling a bit. Like they're not doing great in the league. They just lost. They got beat up by Manchester United.
No, they tied 2-2 in the second half.
Okay.
They tied 2-2 in the second half.
That's
the silver lining that we go with. Like, if you look at the second half, man, pretty on par.
Yeah,
but the Galaxy did play. If you looked at the Galaxy's roster, by the way, in their game against Manchester United, Jose Mourinho said it was a good training session, which is just hilarious.
Oh, wow,
but he also kind of taken shots at Galaxy because they played pretty much Galaxy 2, the Galaxy 2 squad. There wasn't very many starters, if any, besides the goalkeeper.
Did you see their mascot held up a sign that said it's called soccer? And did you see that picture? It was circulating.
I don't even want to see it. Please don't show that to me.
It's really funny. Mourinho's just walking around, the mascot's it's called soccer, and I was like, man, that's fun.
He's really going for it. He really went for it.
What's your word?
My word is confusion, because it is kind of confusing, right? Just a few weeks ago, we heard about Zlatan can go back to Man United and join Lukaku. If he comes back healthy, they're going to offer him another one-year deal or something like that. Now he's being linked to the Galaxy again, and this is a guy that, okay, he's superhuman. Every time he's kind of that chip on the shoulder guy, we all think that he's past it. But this is a major injury. And so the rumors are that he's coming and it's for a record-breaking deal, which would mean salary-wise would be the biggest ever, which is at least $8 million, I think, a year, maybe more, maybe $9 million a year. Yeah. I just don't see how you could give somebody like that, get that kind of money after coming back from a major injury. So it's confusing to me, but perhaps the Galaxy are just kind of drumming up a little bit of hype around the team because they are struggling right now.
Yeah, and you have to imagine, LAFC is probably the best run team in MLS, and they're not even on the field.
Yeah.
They're going to have to compete with that. They're not in the city center. They need something.
Can you compete with Will Ferrell and his friends?
Can you compete with a stadium that has pools in it for some reason? I don't know.
I just want to let you know that I wish that I recorded some of the conversations that I had about when I was at Chivas USA, which is the original LAFC, guys. Chivas USA is very much still alive. If you go into Wikipedia, you'll see it. It was a team that existed for a while. USA. Yeah, it was the USA version.
So
of
it was
Chivas.
a USA version.
Yeah.
So it was like NYCFC.
But yeah, it was good. But LAFC is going to be good. Therefore, Galaxy has to spend some money, or at least create some hype around the club, because this is the post-superstar era, right? The Beckhams are gone, the Donovans are gone, the Keanes are gone, the Stevie G's are gone. For whatever he was worth while he was in MLS. But legend, by the way. Don't get me wrong. But they're all gone, so they're trying to rebuild the squad. They've got to get a little bit of hype again. It's LA. It's all about Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
The big.
And again, you know LAFC is going to sign somebody that's going to make waves. So
Chicha.
They've got to keep up.
Chicharito. Should we hold this eye contact as long as we can?
I saw Burke doing this behind the camera, but I don't know what that means. We're supposed to finish it up, but we're talking too long.
Guys, that is all we have for today. Get down in the comments and let us know what you think about all things. Do you think Zlatan's really coming to Major League Soccer? Do you think AC Milan truly has a chance at a title race, to be in a title race, or win a title? Let us know, and make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Totally. Happy birthday, Marco Senna.